Welcome back to all the viewers. This is Dr. Bookworm back with a new video, and in this video is the first video of our new series called Life in Australia, in which we are going to discover how you can move to Australia. We will discover all the possible options, whether it is through applying for a study program, through immigration, through jobs, and you will get all the details about how you can move to Australia in this series. So make sure you have subscribed to our YouTube channel and do hit the bell icon so that you can receive regular updates regarding scholarships, fellowships, internships and exchange programs abroad. So let us begin with today's video. So in this video we are going to discover the 10 must-have skills you need to acquire before coming to Australia. So no matter for what reason you are traveling to Australia, whether it is for study, for job, or you are immigrating here, you need to have these 10 basic skills in order to survive in Australia. So the first most important skill you need to acquire before coming to Australia is to have your international driving license. No matter from which country you are coming, you need to carry your international driving license, because having a car is just like having legs in Australia. So Australia is too big in terms of land, and the population is less, so it is a fair possibility that there is a long distance between the towns and the cities of Australia, and you need to commute to a long distance to travel your workplace. So most of the employers require you to have a full Australian license or an international license to apply for every job, because they want to make sure that you can travel from your place to the workplace easily and within no time. So it is very important to carry your international driving license. And if you are thinking just like me to come to Australia and then start the licensing process, then I must tell you that it takes 3 years to get an Australian license, and for the first year you need to hold your learner license for a period of 1 year, and in that period you cannot even drive a car alone. And every time you are driving a car, you need to have a person with a full Australian license accompanying you and helping you to learn driving for the period of 1 year. So it is a very difficult requirement, and nobody in Australia has enough time to help you out for a period of 1 year to help you learn the driving process. And also the driving schools charge a hefty amount for each lecture. So just for the sake of example, I would say that they would charge you around $70 to $100 for a lecture of 1 hour per day. So that is going to be a huge amount if you are going to rely on the driving school to complete your hours in the learning process. The second skill you need to acquire before coming to Australia is the language skill. So yes, I know that you have already fulfilled the requirement of IELTS or TOEFL as an English proficiency test, but what I'm talking about is the communication skills. So every language has its own style and has its own slangs basically that are of everyday use. So you need to familiarize yourself with the slangs. Especially the Aussie slangs can sound pretty crazy and difficult to judge if you are someone listening them for the first time. So to make yourself comfortable with the conversations with the locals, it is very important that you are familiar with the commonly used slangs in Australia. So just like for the sake of example, I will tell you some of the slangs that were too difficult to understand for me, and then I later explored the meanings, and then I got to know what they actually mean. So they call ta for thank you, they call ciao to say bye, and they would say good day to say have a nice day, and they say good on ya to say well done, you have done a great job. So these are some of the examples. So if you are not familiar with them, you won't be able to understand them, and definitely communicating with the locals is one of the key aspects to survive when you are moving to a new town. So it is very important that you familiarize yourself with the Aussie slangs. Then the third skill you need to have before coming to Australia is the computer skills. Yes, everybody that is coming to Australia and going through the visa process have certain education and know most of the stuff, but I'm talking about the practical skills. That is, at least you should know the Microsoft Word, PowerPoint, and Excel use. So if you are applying for any job that would need you to use these softwares in order to get your work done, so make sure, if you are not an expert in it, just go to YouTube and find a course of 10 to 20 minutes and spend time to learn Microsoft Word, PowerPoint, and Excel before coming to Australia. So the fourth skill you need to have before coming to Australia is you should know how to cook food. So it is very important when you are moving to a new place that you should be independent to do your household, your cooking, and manage your everything, because it is very expensive to eat out in Australia, and for Muslim people it can be very difficult to find halal food options. So it is very important that you should be able to cook your own food at home, and it will help you to manage your budget as well. The fifth skill you need is the laundry skills. So it is very important that you should know how to wash your clothes, how to do the household work, especially when you are sharing an apartment with some other people. They would expect you to contribute towards the daily chores of the house. So it is very important that you should be able to do your stuff independently and should be able to contribute towards the people with whom you are sharing the house. So laundry again can be very expensive. So these days it can be around $10 to $15, because the laundry process involves 2-3 steps. One is the washing, and second you need to get a detergent, and then you need to go for the drying, etc. So it involves multiple steps and you will be charged accordingly. So the sixth skill in our list is the time management skill, which is very important to learn if you are especially coming from Pakistan, India, or Bangladesh, where we are just comfortable and easygoing and don't consider the time management very important. So it is very important to be able to manage your time, because you will be doing multiple things during your stay in Australia. Like if you are studying and doing the part-time job, you need to be able to schedule things according to your timeline and manage everything in a very organized manner, so that you should be able to do multiple things at the same time. Then the seventh skill that you need to have to survive in Australia is budgeting. So everybody coming here from, especially from the developing countries, comes with the aim of earning a good amount and then helping their families, or to make their houses, or save money for the future. So if you are coming with the same aim, then you need to learn the budgeting skills. So if you are not good at your managing your budget, it can be very difficult to save money here, because if you are spending recklessly, then it will be very difficult for you to survive. And obviously if you are asking money from your parents, that would be very difficult for them, because the currency we have out there in our countries is pretty low in comparison to the Australian dollar. So they are going to be in a big trouble if you are asking money again and again from your home. So the eighth skill you need to have is the networking skills. It is very important that while you are studying here in Australia, you should start working on your network, as it is said that your network is your net worth. So it is very important that you interact with the locals, you develop new contacts, you go to the places where you are possibly getting to know people in the relevant industry in which you are going to seek your professional job in the future. So the people from Pakistan, India, and Bangladesh, we Asians particularly struggle with the job attainment process, because after completion of the degree we are not familiar with the industry requirements, we are not familiar with the relevant network in the industry that could help you to get a job. So referencing is always there. Positive referencing also exists, and if you have the relevant network, you can also access the information that you need at the point of finding a job. So LinkedIn can be a very useful resource. You should work on your LinkedIn profile during your study and develop it, and try to interact with the like-minded people so that you can get to know more options and get to know what the industry actually requires after completion of your study. Then the ninth skill that you need to have is mind your own business skill. So there can be different ideas here, different ideologies here, and people can look different, people can follow different beliefs, different religious beliefs, different social beliefs, and they can be pretty different from your defined normal. So it is very important that you accept everyone as they are and respect their boundaries, and you should not interfere with others' matters, and let them live their life and live your own life, and that would help you out to survive in Australia. So the 10th and last skill is a suggestion from my side, that we should learn to appreciate each other, especially when you are thousands of miles away from your home country. It is very important that you should come up with the positivity, and you should try to learn how to compliment each other and uplift each other. So it is very important to interact with the people from your community and have good ties with them, and try to uplift the newcomers and try to motivate them, be a source of motivation, information for the new people, so that you can make good bonds with the people you know, and this will help you to grow as well, and this will make this world a better place to live in. So one of the best ways to appreciate me right now after watching this video would be to hit the like button and comment down the video. So your appreciation always gives the other person the energy to do more in the field. So these are the 10 most important skills that you need to survive in Australia. These can sound very basic to you, but these are actually the most practical skills you need to survive in Australia. So with that, this is Dr. Bookworm signing off. Thank you.